My block is pieced and layered with batting and backing, and I've taped the edges of my block off with a 1/4 inch seam tape so that I won't stitch into the seam allowance. I'm ready to get started quilting. I'm using my Handy Quilter Sweet 16. It's a long arm in a table, and because of that I'm using a long arm quilting ruler. I can put it right next to the foot of my machine. If you're using a home sewing machine, check with your manufacturer to make sure that the foot on your machine is appropriate for using rulers. This is the mini scallop ruler from Handy Quilter. It has a 1/4 inch marking that I can line up with the ditch, and now my foot can go in the cutout and my needle will end up right along the ditch. It's really helpful for stitching the ditch. So I'm going to stitch along the outside of this orange square. Now if I were using a machine that had feed dogs, I would have to turn this quilt, but now I can just turn the ruler. Let's get that lined up here. One more stitch. Clip that thread, and I can finish. So now I've finished the stitch in the ditch. I want to take care of some of the straight line quilting while I'm connected. So I've marked the center point of each of these periwinkle squares, and I can line up my ruler so it's against the foot, and then it is a 1/4 inch away from where I want my stitching to end. I'm not sure you can see that on the camera. I pull the ruler a 1/4 inch away to allow the 1/4 inch foot to fit in. So the needle will end exactly where I want it to. Now I can stitch back to my corner here. Up to the next marking. Back to the corner. And one last triangle. Now that I've finished, I can go and make triangles in the cream squares as well to mirror the ones in the periwinkle squares.